All right, this is the go-ahead. Look for the link in the information, and you can also watch this video several times. But what we're going to do is actually not the cooling idea that I have. That we'll put that on another project. There is a modular system, though, that I will be adding to version 2, as well as the 127, 135, and 145 bolt hole circles on the top. So, but I don't want to reveal until we get some other parts made first to accompany the motors. So, motors alone, from what is it, I think it's 1 to 4 pieces, is $200 each, and then 5 to 9 is $175 each if you get 5 pieces to 9 pieces, and then 10 pieces and more you get it for only $150 shipped to any state in the lower 48. Now, to make the whole driver, the complete driver, still competitive, we're basically going to give a discount on that as well, because some of you don't, it's too much for you to just buy a whole motor, and so I want to be able to offer a customizable, made in USA modular subwoofer below the competition. And so what we're going to do is do 10s and 12s for $375 each, shipped. 15-inch is going to be $425, and then 18-inch is going to be $450, no more. Does that make sense? And so what I've come up with is basically if you're going to buy a complete woofer, you just divide the price in half, and you send half direct to the PattyDanger account, and then the other half you put in the pool. Does that make sense? So that's going to help us get to our goal faster, because you're not overpaying. So, like, for example, normally we do the 12-inch top assembly for $250, and then if we do the motor for $200, that's $450 for a 12, which I think is too expensive. Okay, so we only want to do the 10s and the 12s for $375 if you're going to get a top and a bottom. Okay, top and a bottom. So if you're buying a complete woofer, you just take the price, which 10s and 12s are $375, 15s are $425, 18s are $450, and then you cut the price in half, and half you put in the pool, and half you donate right away. When you send through Cash App, make sure you put the word donation and then your phone number. Okay? Just put the word donation and then your phone number, and then I will text you. It's better if you text me and give me your name and your shipping address so I can add you to the phone. Then we can have a conversation over what amenities, what characteristics, and what colors that you want on your subwoofer, your custom-made subwoofer by me. Okay, so we can go over that later. But again, we're not, this is, I hate to say this, but this is not commerce. This is private. Okay, this is a private thing between you and I. And so you got to put the word donation and then your phone number. That's it. Don't put any other information. Just put donation and then your phone number. That's it. Okay. Now, when you send your donation to the pool, that's to help get these guys. Okay. And again, I wanted to do a pool, which is basically a zero cost Kickstarter. Again, I want to make that our goal for you guys to achieve, so that we can achieve that together. And then going on from there, normal pricing for the motor will be $250 each shipped, which is still a really good deal. And then 10s and 12s, $250. 15s, these are just top assemblies, if you want just a top assembly. And we can make you a top assembly for a JL Audio W7, Sundown, whatever. Again, we'll go through that process. Text me direct, 602-312-6504. Okay, let me know your name and your shipping address, not P.O. Box, shipping address, because we're going to use UPS, and then we will go over your options. Okay, normal price on the motors is $250 each shipped, and that's for any state in the lower 48. Normal price for top assemblies with a 3-inch coil is going to be $250. And then the 15s are normally $300, and then the 18s are $350 normally. Okay, so if you don't, if you get one or the other or whatever, if you get a motor now, whatever. So, and then later you wanted to get that, that's what the price is going to be, which is still very competitive. Again, for a modular system. So, today's my anniversary, Sherry and I's anniversary. And if you want to just contribute to the pool, $10, $20, $30, $50 like Erica did, that's appreciated. That helps us get to our goal. I will, of course, consider that. And if you need something, accessories or parts or something like that, we can work something out. That's not a problem. But if you want to just contribute that, and you can contribute to that even using your whatever is behind your Google Pay account or your Apple Pay account, including a credit card. Okay, because some people don't want to do Cash App, whatever. It's fine. And you can pay with credit card through those interfaces. In the description, there's going to be the same post that I made on Facebook as well as the post on YouTube. And if you have any other questions, again, just text me direct, 602-312-6504. Typically, these are made for daily, everyday drivers. I like them to play down to 30 hertz or less or lower. And they're just mean SQL type of subwoofers that are fantastic for home theater, let alone car audio. I think there's it. There is a little bit of a premium if you want a D2 or a D1. Otherwise, we just have single 1 or single 2. And then there's also a premium for carbon fiber. Again, we think the GONZO cone is just fine. And that's what helps us save some money. But if you want a premium product, you got to pay double the price of whatever Lorda Base is charging. So if Lorda Base is charging $109, you got to pay $218 on top of your regular price. Okay, you got to understand that it's not to punish you. It's just that if I fuck up a cone, I got to pay for it. So it's just kind of hedging my bets, and it's also, again, encouraging. You can always do that later if you want to get now, the whole thing now, or even just the motor now, and then a top assembly later. We can do it later. That's fine. When we start importing the carbon fiber cones directly from China. Otherwise, we got to source them from Lorda Base, and Lorda Base doesn't like it when I go and buy up all the parts. Like I found out, we have the last of the JL Audio 13W7 coils. So sorry, but not sorry. We need those too. But I don't want to hog all his parts, and I really want to be able to have a sort of a bank of money so that we can buy direct from China and save you guys some money. Again, I always like being below market value. We don't pay anything for advertising. We're not a business. This is an outreach program, and I want to outreach to you guys to love one another, help each other. We'll get into the religious thing tomorrow at the live stream, which is 6 p.m. Arizona time. But I encourage you guys to read. I encourage you guys to go to the Instagram channel and look at any features and pictures and colors and dust caps and anything that you want there. And then let's make your dreams come true. I love you guys, and thank you for your support.